Hasani and the Time Machine. Written by Natasha John-Baptiste. Oh, it's the love that makes things grow. Plant the seed and watch. Our receptive minds conform and manifest the non-existent to the tangible. Just believe and it will. Chapter 1. An imaginative young boy. To the ends of the earth and beyond, through history, through time, and through space is where I'm going, Hasani bellowed. It was the line he would always say as he played in his imaginary world. Hasani was an 8-year-old boy with a wild imagination and a sense of discovery, who always dreamed of adventure. He would play out wild voyages in his head and had already travelled to the North Pole, the hot deserts of sub-Saharan Africa, and the tropical rainforest of South America. His chariot was his bed, and all of his adventures took place inside of his bedroom. This was one of the reasons why Hasani's mother would buy as many books as she could. She knew that it was her responsibility as a loving parent to help fuel his imagination, and reading was one of his favourite pastimes. A growing mind has no limit, she would often say to encourage him. Hasani had a huge thirst and hunger for knowledge, and made it his aim to learn something new every day. With a brain like a sponge, he took the time to study every subject that interested him, easily soaking up whatever information he encountered. He knew that every child had the aptitude to learn a great number of languages before they reached the age of 5. Even though languages were not his first choice or the most exciting of subjects, Hasani still felt the need to learn at least 2. Swahili and Mandinka were his choices. Hasani was not a standard child who wasted time playing computer games and watching television, no. Hasani always did things that would stretch his imagination and broaden his character, no matter what the subject matter was. His favourite subjects at school were science and history, and Hasani excelled at these. He loved music too, and playing the piano was one of his interests. He would always be the entertainment at family gatherings and on special occasions, though he would cringe at the thought. He was often reluctantly volunteered to give a mini concert in front of all the adults, much to his embarrassment. "Hasani, come and play for your aunties and uncles," his mother would say, beaming with pride. "Oh, do I have to, Mum?" Hasani would plead. His cheeks would burn with the heat of being put in a vulnerable position. "Just one song, son. Mummy is so proud of you. They all want to hear you play." His cousins would tease him afterwards, and he would have to tell them that he couldn't help being a genius. Hasani loved science. He had the greatest teacher named Mr. Nora, who made the subject fun and exciting. This teacher had fantastic ideas for experiments, using household items, things that were easy to find in a kitchen cupboard. Bicarbonate of soda, vinegar, and food colouring made great volcanic eruptions. Salt water and a drop more of food colouring with a little time made beautiful salt crystals. Hasani had great fun preparing his own scientific experiments at home. He executed them with great precision. His father had brought him a science kit with which he spent hours experimenting. His mother, on the other hand, would shout upstairs with great worry in her voice, petrified like a deer caught in headlights, always thinking the worst. "Boy, what are you doing now? I can smell burning," she would call out. Hasani's mother worried that one day she would come home and find a pile of ashes where the house once stood. Still, Hasani would smile and laugh at the thought every time his mother said that. He would calm her down and reassure her, "Don't worry, Mummy. You and Dad have brought me up to be responsible enough. Nothing bad will happen," he'd say, though it never stopped her worrying. On one particular day, Hasani had finished school and was on his way home. He was not in a hurry to get back, as he liked to stroll with the steps of a tortoise and take his time. He would chat and play with his school buddies as if he hadn't a care in the world. Though on this specific day, when he had eventually made it home, he found his mother very upset. She was sitting at the pine wooden table in the kitchen. Her eyes were swollen and red from crying, which made Hasani upset and troubled because he didn't see his mother cry very often. "Mum, what's wrong?" Hasani asked softly, approaching her. His mother looked up, trying to smile through her tears. "It's nothing, love. Don't worry." But Hasani could tell it was something serious. He stayed quiet, but let his mother know he was there present. It was only later on that Hasani learned the reason why she was so upset. His father explained to him that her favourite Uncle Sel had fallen gravely ill, and the whole family would have to travel abroad to visit him. "Where does Uncle Sel live?" Hasani asked his father. "He lives in Jamaica, son. It's an island in the Caribbean," his father replied. "The Caribbean? Where's that?" "It's a group of islands located near Mexico and America, in the western parts of the world," his father explained patiently. Hasani's eyes widened with excitement, despite the sad circumstances. "What's it like there?" His father smiled, seeing the curiosity spark in his son's eyes. "Well, in Jamaica there are tall palm and coconut trees, white sandy beaches, mountains, waterfalls, a really hot sunshine that can burn your skin if you stay out in it for too long." Although travelling there was going to be a nice experience for Hasani, the sad reason why they were going was not going to be a pleasant one. Still, they would have to go regardless, and this would give Hasani a great opportunity to see the country from where his grandparents had come from. He had never been further than Southend-on-Sea, so apart from his imaginative escapades, Hasani had never left England. There was going to be a huge difference compared to the grey sea and bleak, rainy skies of Southend-on-Sea. Jamaica was a paradise, with its blue lagoons and majestic landscapes that stretched for miles. Places that you could not even put into words, and where a camera could do no justice compared to the real thing. Hasani couldn't wait to experience caverns full of beautiful colours, sweet smells that were pleasing to the nose, and picturesque sights pleasing to the eyes. Nature is so extensive in Jamaica. It has flora and fauna that's so scenic, birds of paradise, mango trees, freshwater fish, lobster and gigantic sweet avocado pears that can be too heavy for a small child to carry. The thought of it really mesmerised him. In fact, Hasani knew that it was going to be an exciting trip. He could feel it in his bones. Hasani couldn't wait. He knew that he was going to explore the beautiful island. It was there, waiting for his arrival. Coming back to his senses, Hasani thought, "What am I lingering for? I have to go and pack my things and follow Mummy and Daddy's instructions." His dad had informed him that they only had a couple of days in which to get organised. It became a lot clearer to him that they would be spending 6 long weeks in the hot and sunny place. He heard that his family abroad were all a very interesting bunch of people. Hasani had not met any of his aunts and uncles yet, only Uncle Sel, who had come to visit when he was a baby, and he didn't even remember that. The thought of 6 weeks seemed like a mighty long time. Was this trip going to be a trip to remember? A trip bursting full of adventure? Or was the time spent on the island going to feel like an eternity?